Go on. I believe that you can do it. Just keep on going. Hello everyone and welcome back to Oakhill. Now we're still in winter, we're in late winter. I haven't skipped forward that much because it's actually time, I'll show you, to sell our CCM. I nearly forgot about that, you know. If I just bring it up here, we're getting quite a good price for it at the animal market, so 1,460. So we're going to go to the silo, we're going to fill up with the CCM and take it there to sell, and then that will give us a good boost for new implements for coming into spring tomorrow. Now, firstly, apologies if I sound a little bit funny because about half an hour ago I bit my lip and it's really swollen, so hopefully that it doesn't, you know, it still sounds okay. The reason I'm starting in here is because I actually went and bought some pig food because I thought I would experiment. I had some bother last episode with the pig food that I picked up out of here not being able to put back in the trough for some reason. So I thought, well, if I'm going to sell the CCM, what I will do is I get more money per 1,000 litres for the CCM than it is to buy pig food. So I thought I would just, you know, do a swap and still make a profit. I bought a whole pallet, 2,400 litres, for £1,600, and it won't take it, and I can't understand why. I really can't understand why it's taking everything else except for pig food. If we have a look at the menu, it says at the top that they take fresh clover, clover maize, clover silage, and pig food. So I hope that when it comes to feeding them the clover that we have in that field, I hope they take it. That would be very bad if they didn't. So let's grab the bucket. Oh, and the front loader. And we'll head on over to the other farm. Let's get lined up, there we go. And we will go and pick up this CCM and take it to the animal market. Now the animal market, I think, is it's the sell point right opposite the other yard. So that's good for us. Oh my. Oops, I forget I have this on the front. Tight yard. Okay, I'll meet you over there. Okay, here we are. Just before we get started, you can see that I bought the hand plant saplings box, and I planted 20 trees where we took all those other ones down as well. We took 14 down altogether, so I replanted 20. So let's get that started. Let's get that uncovered. Trying to think where I should park this. I think it's probably going to have to be... It's going to be quite tight there, so I'll just put it here. Just there should be okay, and we'll head on in from this side. So I can't really remember how many litres that we have of this, so 31,000 litres. Now this bucket is only a 2,000 litre bucket, so what I'll do is I will time-lapse this, and I'll catch you back at the end. Okay, so that is the trailer full for now. I still have 500 litres left in the bucket, so let's pop this in here. So we'll have to go and just sell the first load. So reverse, reverse. That didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. I can never remember the capacity of this trailer. 23,300 randomly, but yeah. So yeah, we have just another 8,000 litres to pop in when we get back. Let me just make sure we're going to where I do think we're going, to the animal market, yes. Which is the sort of barn sell point here at the shop. So let's go. And I should just be able to... Yeah, there we go. Wonderful. Oh, this is worth a lot. I like it a lot. Money, money, money. Look at the money going up. 34,000, and we've probably got another 15,000 coming to us. Excellent. Excellent income for late winter. We could perhaps consider doing this again next year. The money went back up as well since the last time, only because I sold the forest back. Well, I didn't really technically. Technically, I didn't sell it back, but yeah, we took the £10,000 fee off for renting it. So whoever owns it gains £10,000, but technically we never owned it. I'm going to put this here because it seems like the most sensible thing to do, even though I instantly regret that decision. Never mind, we can just drive. My idea is that we can just drive forward, but then I'll be driving over the CCM, but to pop it in the trailer. But that's alright, there's not a lot of it. Oh, I forget it's in the silo, so I'm spreading it. Okay, that's my mistake. It's funny how it still spreads, even though it's fermented now. Does silage do that? I can't think that silage does that in bunker silos. I might be wrong though. Okay, so that's the last bucket load. That just fit in quite nicely into the last bucket. And then we can get this bit sold as well. So we're looking quite healthy just now. £217,000. Because when it comes to tomorrow, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I am really heavily relying on the ground being to temperature so that we can start prepping our fields again, that we can buy some new implements to do field work with, and also our fruit trees will start making fruit again. So I could go and collect the boxes from the farm shop and just leave them there. I decided to leave, I think it was either yesterday or this morning in game, to just leave 2 cherry boxes there, so I don't know if they're ready just now or if they'll be ready tomorrow. I'll have to check. So it's another 7,800 litres. I don't think we're going to get as much as 15,000, but it'll be close. 11,400, so I was like 3,500 off, but never mind. That's still a decent amount. So we'll take this all back to the yard. We will take a rest for today, because that's what I wanted to get done today before the new season kicks in. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. Just jump cut. I had a phone call. So I completely forgot what I was talking about, but I don't think I was talking about anything interesting. So yeah, we'll bring this all back here. Tomorrow we'll rest for now, and then tomorrow we will come back and yeah, we can get some actual field work done for the first time in a couple of in-game months. That'd be nice. Okay, so it's here. Spring. Long-awaited spring. I'm just topping up the pigs with corn, because they were a little bit desperate. Well, I really dislike it when it continues emptying out with a bucket. It would be really nice if animal pens would just sort of say, like the greenhouses, you know, when you're topping up the manure and then it just says it's not accepted when it's full. Just so you didn't have to pick it up again, but that's just me being lazy. Yeah, we're here. Lovely spring. The ground is up to temperature. Everything's all kicking off as it was. All the field work, all the contracts are coming back. Yeah, we're busy. So I've decided that we've 227,000. So what we need to do is longer weighted. I completely forgot we had a £50,000 loan. So let's pay another 10,000 off the loan. And we need to get a new tractor because I've taken on a sowing contract. Let's see if we head to the top. Let's just use my mouse. There we go. Let's head to the top. So I've taken on 2 fertilising and 1 sowing contract. The sowing contract is field 56, which is close to us with oats. So what I need to do is head to the shop and get that new tractor and get that all sorted. The seeder that we have is the John Deere seeder. It only requires 60 horsepower, so I'm not going to need anything overly fancy. So let's see what they've got on offer today. Okie poke. We still have all that stuff there as well. I totally forgot about that. Right, so let's have a look. Let's go for something a little bit different. We probably only need a small tractor. It doesn't have to be overly expensive. It just has to have enough horsepower. See, this 398 is quite nice. And I suppose that'll be good for just a bit of field work as well. So let's put the front weight on it and let's take it second hand, £26,000. We cannot grumble at that. Let's hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not in a really bad state. Okay. The paint's not that bad on it. Let's get in it. Cool. So it just does need a little bit of fixing up, so let's fix her up. And then we need to fuel. £253, so I saved £12,000, so that's a no-brainer. And let's fuel up on the way back, and what we'll do is then come and pick up the seeder and take it to field 56, so I'll meet you there. Okay, that didn't take us long to get here, so what I'll do is I'll set one of the locals off working on this field. But this looks really good. Now, I've gone for something older, which is a little bit of a step back, but I don't need anything expensive. My neighbour across the road actually has an older version of this. It does everything. It's fantastic. And the implements I'm using for this type of map don't need that much horsepower, so I don't need to be spending £150,000 on tractors that I don't need. So let's get the worker set up on this. Seeding. Let's do 4 headlands. Well, let's start on the ups and downs. Let's have a look. Yep, so what's going to happen, I think, is they will, when I say go, they will head on up to the top there, but let's just make sure that they will actually start doing this correctly. I didn't realise that this was on such a steep hill as well. Okay, that seems to be going just fine. It's a little bit slow going up the hill, but that's all right. We can just leave them to it, I suppose. So let's head back into the John Deere, and we need to get some stuff done on our fields now. Okay, so again, we don't need the front loader anymore, so let's just drop that off. The little Massey seems to be getting on just fine, so I think we won't have any problems. We won't have any problems with that. So there's a couple of things that we need to buy. Now, I'm not sure. Let me just check the garage. I think I got rid of the plough that we had last year is gone, because I think I leased it. So we need to just get that little 6M plough again, because we need to do the cornfield. But also, we are going to spread fertiliser on all our fields first, because none of them have any fertiliser on them. When we acquired this field, it was already pre-cultivated, but it needs to be spread. And I'm going to spread compost. But yeah, we're going to spread compost, so I need to get a spreader, a muck spreader. The compost is very cheap on this map, so we're not going to have any problems financially with spreading this. If we go to manure spreaders, you'll see at the bottom where that little plant is. We do manure, and then it's got compost next to it. So again, I only want a little one. I don't need anything overly large. So we've got a 9-metre one there. Well, I don't need 16 metres. That's quite a lot. Vulcane Simple. I just installed things that I've never heard of, so we can keep it red. Okay, so 21,000 litres if we pay an extra 850. That's good. It doesn't really matter about the tyres. Maybe have them at reverse tread. Let's take it second hand. 24,000. There we go. That's our new muck spreader. So we need to head on over to the garden centre, which is just next to us. I tell you, living up this side of the map actually has its benefits, because everything is just within reach. Some maps you have your farm and everything is just so far away to travel, but everything up here just seems to all be clustered at this top, and it's great. Love it. So here is the garden centre. That literally took no time at all. And we picked the compost up from here. So as you can see at the top, it's really not taking that much money off us at all. Okay, nearly full. And nice, dark, rich compost colour. It's nice to see. Right, it's very rare that I ever use muck spreaders, so I'll have to get the menu open just to see. I think we have to unfold it. But if we go and do field 46 first, and then hopefully we have some left. Oh, that was quite a long stopping distance. Oh, it's heavy. Okay, this tractor can take it. Maybe I should have put the weight on the front. Right, so I went and got the weight from that yard. I just stopped off to fetch that weight because I think it needed balancing out quite a lot. So let's have a look. It just says, oh, too busy looking at the menu. Back up, back up. Now it just says turn on. It doesn't say that we need to unfold it, so I suppose once we get on, we just switch it on. I know it did need unfolding. There we go. And then, there we go. Spreading compost. And that's quite a cool animation. And hopefully this is, it's registering. We'll have to just check the menu in a second. Okay, it's not registering as that it's dropping. Why would that be? The compost isn't registering as a fertilising state. That is concerning to me. Why would that not be happening? Let's try field 45 before we give up on this entirely. But we may have to go back to... I mean, I really wanted to use the compost because it's quite a natural way of fertilising the field, but I mean, I am correct in thinking that it does fertilise. Like, that's what it's used for. That's what you would use your manure for, isn't it? Oh, it's not doing anything. Well, at least I don't think it's doing anything. No. Okay. That doesn't seem to be working, so what we'll do is I'll take this to our yard just here, and I guess we'll just have to pop it away. That's severely disappointing. Never mind. We only wasted like £30,000 getting this sorted. Oh, there is just no stopping distance on this spreader. Maybe it's the spreader. Did that? Am I right in thinking I bought that spreader and it does take? Yeah, it says it takes compost. Right, I'm just going to experiment with another manure spreader just to make sure it's not me that's going crazy before I decide that it's not going to work. Maybe I'll try one of the in-game ones. Let's pop this away before I decide to sell it. And luckily with seasons, because we haven't used it for more than half an hour, we can sell it for what we paid for it. So that's at least something. So yeah, I will see you back in a bit once I've tried to figure this out. If not, I am unfortunately stuck. We'll have to maybe invest in a new solid fertiliser spreader instead. Okay, so you meet me here at field 45. I'm actually using my old spreader just for now because I think it will do the job just fine. Yeah, I just really could not figure out. I used a couple of different manure spreaders and I just couldn't figure out why the compost wasn't spreading, but luckily it's not the fertiliser state that's glitched. It just seems to be the compost because I've spread field 46 already. That will be ready to be cultivated in. And this field is already cultivated, so really we could just leave this to just soak in. If I was spreading the compost, I think I'd like to mix it up a little bit, but there's no need really. So I think I should have enough left in this spreader to actually do this entire field, I'm hoping. So I'll crack on with that, and next time we come back, field 18 and 19 will be done. We need to get our plough, which I was digressed a little bit, so I didn't actually manage to finish that today, but yeah, we'll get the plough next episode for the old cornfield. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. I'll carry on with this. The workers carrying on with the contract. They'll be done soon. So if you've enjoyed yourself, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheerio.